This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. So the Rockets win the tip. Here's Green. Count it. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Houston. A nice shot by Tatum.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. Pass to Brooks. The three from Thompson. The rebound. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We talked about Fred VanVleet and how Coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but Coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Holiday looking for an opening. White for three. It's rebounded by Şengün. Here's Green. Nice D from Brown. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Again, the miss by Boston. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. You know, Grant and VanVleet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. VanVleet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Good on the second one.
And the big X factor VanVleet brings to the team is leadership. He's very talented at setting a good tone out on the floor and organizing his guys.
Now here's Porzingis. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And it's Green missing. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for Boston. They trail by 3. And the shot goes.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. On the wing, Green. Pulls it. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Green's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Tatum. He got a piece of it. Thompson right side. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Well, that's an unforced. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And the Rockets making a change here. Boston with the ball. But ran after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery. The Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Now here's Green. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Knocked loose. Van Vliet with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Kept alive. Now Green. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Van Vliet outside. From downtown. Boston pulls it in. White with it. From outside the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
And Brown with the stuff.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
And that one's good. Thompson. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to White. Up top, Horford. Puts up a 3. Smith with the rebound. Green for 3. No luck on that one. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Celtics. They lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And it's Whitmore missing. The Celtics with the lead. To the middle. Back to Horford. Adams grabs the miss. And the Rockets with possession. Green for 3. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. Here's Hauser. Still without a bucket. And here's Horford for 3. Green with the defensive effort. Pass to Holiday. Outside Whitmore. This one for 3. Here's Adams. Outside Holiday. Now Adams. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Here's Whitmore. Craig with a steal. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Whitmore. Craig with it. Here's Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Şengün. And Stan, he went undrafted back in 2021. But Wisconsin native Sam Hauser has worked his way into a rotation role.
Well, Brian, everyone's looking for shooters, and he is a knockdown shooter. And at 6'7", boasts good size and plays both ends of the court. Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Here's Porzingis. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
At 7'3", Porzingis is a problem. Really makes defenses settle for fouling him and hoping he misses.
And he sinks the second. Stan, you look at the Celtics, they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Good anticipation wins Tatum a steal, and he knows better than to let it go to waste.
Eason can't get it to go.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Holiday with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. Here's Tate. And Porzingis with the block.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Tatum, good.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up there.
Tate's shot is off. Boston on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
Here's Holiday. Yet to see a basket. Outside Tate. Pass to Şengün. Back to Tate. Inside. Tries again. And Şengün with the lay-in.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Boston leading by 7. Porzingis misses. 55 seconds left in the first half. Back to Holiday. To the paint. Şengün. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Here's Holiday. He's covered by Holiday. Porzingis for 3. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field. Here's Tate. From down in the low post, it goes. Now just a 3-point Boston lead.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there. Love the hustle right there. He earned that rebound.
Down low. Pass to Şengün. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Cornet attacks.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And the 3 off target. Celtics lead by 5. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Van Vliet outside. Thompson in the post. Pass to Şengün. Second chance shot. Porzingis grabs the board.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Rockets trail by 8. Here's Green. Jalen Green pushing through inside.
Well, it's hard to stop him once he's at the rim. That's a strong move.
To the inside. Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And it's Holiday with the ball for Boston. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. To 3, Porzingis. It's hauled in by Houston. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Thompson with a screen. Here's Van Vliet. It's hauled in by White.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
It's the Chicago Bulls taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Now here's Hayes. The second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Buzelis with the ball. He gets that one. Should be a lot of great ball movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the contest. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one falls for Hachimura. NBA Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
And he gets it to go.
Oh, smart pass there, setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
Inside. It's stolen by Buzelis. On the wing, Giddey. Over LeBron. Giddey, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Pass to Buzelis. That's tipped. Here's Reeves. And he drops in the way up off the glass.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Back to White. Shot clock at 6. Goes up the baseline. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And here are the Lakers. 4-point game. Out to Doncic. Buzelis grabs the board. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belong." Goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "They're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Pass to Hayes. Doncic outside. Connects from three-point range.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Giddey. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now Doncic. Here's Vanderbilt. And the rejection by Collins. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Herter. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. LeBron is doubled. Over to the left wing. Drills it from outside. We got 22 seconds left in the first. Smith outside. Back to Herter. And the layup's good off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers lead by 2. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Pass to Buzelis. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up right there.
Here's Vanderbilt. Can't get it to fall. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
Back to Herter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pass to Buzelis. 4 on the shot clock. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Finney Smith with it. His three-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Reeves gets the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Chicago making a switch here. And here are the Bulls now. On the wing, Williams. Back to Herter. Pass to Horton Tucker. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. Shot by Collins, no good. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Now connect to the left side wing. Finney Smith with it. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And you like to see that from Connect. Found the man with a better look.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
James misses. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Collins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. In the corner, it's James. Here's Reeves. To the right side. In the corner, it's James. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good. Hachimura. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Back to Vucevic. On the wing, Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
Now, Doncic. Out to the right wing. Good wing. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 3. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. And this is Brian Anderson.